Hey guys, how's it going? It's Justin again here from Simplified Investing. I wanted to put together this video to teach you guys or tell you guys why I personally scalp trade and why I believe that it is going to be the most consistent trading strategy that you can use and ultimately help you have the best chance to become the most profitable. Before I get into that, if you guys could like and subscribe to our channel, it would be greatly appreciated. Reminder, we are doing a really big giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys could help us reach that goal, it would be appreciated. So to start things off, I guess I always get this question, why do you personally scalp trade? And one may wonder, what is scalp trading? To start off with scalp trading, basically it's going to be quick entry and exits to capture small moves in the underlying. While using options, these small moves can be 10 to 15%, and they really build up and add up over time. So ultimately that is what scalping is. It's these short trends that you can recognize, short setups that you can play to profit off of those smaller moves. So I guess one reason why I like to scalp trade, you have a higher win percentage. So when you swing trade, obviously as I mentioned in the last video, it is very difficult to find that high win percentage because you can have all these overnight risks that you could potentially hurt your position, or even the firm specific risk that can hurt your position overnight. So by scalping this and doing these intraday plays, you can find a higher win percentage by far than if you were to be swing trading. And that goes into my next point of having a lower risk when you are scalping like this. You aren't exposed to that overnight risk that I just mentioned, as well as some potential news that could come out for this individual security, in this example Netflix, overnight. So you do minimize your risk also when you are swing trading, or scalping, not swing trading. Then another reason why I scalp is going to be that small consistent gains add up. One thing that you'll find if you are swing trading, you'll have a few really big gains followed by a few really big losses, and ultimately you can't find any ground towards building your portfolio consistently over time. And that's where I really like scalping. You can identify these setups and so forth and trade your patterns and ultimately your strategy that you have with scalping, and you can scalp these positions for small gains, and this will add up and give you consistency in the growth of your account over time, whereas swing trading does not offer this to your portfolio. And then another thing, and a really big reason why I scalp trade, is you don't have to worry as much about the Greeks and time working against you. So when you make these quick in and out plays, you don't have to worry as much about IV. Well, I shouldn't say you don't have to worry as much about IV. Delta and theta especially, you don't have to worry about the time value decay of your position. You still have to worry about the IV. Obviously, as a higher IV, it will take Netflix, in this example, a bigger move to move those option prices, but you don't lose that time value of money overnight if you're going to be going in and out of these positions really fast. And I feel like that is another really strong point that should help you guys into leaning towards scalping. It is far more consistent, and you don't have to worry as much about the Greeks like I just mentioned. You don't have theta working against you when you are quick in and out of these positions. And the last one, I believe that it's easier to formulate a plan for scalping versus swing trading. Swing trading, a lot of times, and especially from what I've seen from people, they don't really have a plan when they're swing trading. They just get into a position, say like, oh, I see Netflix is up today, I'm going to get in a call and swing it into tomorrow or even the end of this week, and I hope that it reaches 400. That already right there is going to set you really far behind because you don't have a plan from this position. One, you don't know when to get in. Two, you don't know when to sell. And three, you don't even know why you're in that position. So this will ultimately set you farther behind than if you were to have a scalp plan. Say, I set a plan today to scalp Netflix for 10% and start scaling off profits at 10% with 5 contracts. That could be an example of a plan that you could use for Netflix today that could help you get those profits while still ultimately minimizing your risk as compared to swinging overnight and not having any plan or any, risk adjustment overnight. So I guess the next segment of this that I really wanted to discuss was key things you need to do to become profitable. And there are 4 of these that I will discuss. The first, or 5 of them, The first one, with scalping, and a lot of times people fail to do this, is you have to cut losses short and stick to your plan. So as I just mentioned, you need to have a plan when you're getting into these positions, whether it be I only want to risk 10% on this position, or I'm watching Netflix to break 385.89 to close out calls if I have them. Whether you're playing these levels or a percentage, you need to have that plan and cutting losses according to that plan. So the way that scalping really works is by finding consistency and gains month over month or week over week. However, if you don't practice proper account management, a one loss could really affect these scalping positions. Say you have 10 wins and you let one loss keep running, that's really going to hinder your performance. So keep in mind that you do need to practice proper account management and really cut your losses short according to your plan when you are using this method. The next one that I feel is really important, and in fact might be one of the most important, is to reduce your frequency and find consistency. So basically what this means is it's better to make 2 to 3 quality trades a day than to be someone logged onto your screen making 50 trades a day or whatever it might be. The more you trade, the less likely you are to become profitable. And that's simply because the odds are working against you each time you get into a position. So people always say like, well, I'm still looking for a position, I reached my goal, whatever it might be. Ultimately, stick to your plan. I've found that if you trade 2 to 4 positions a day rather than say 6 to 8 to 10, you are going to find your account growth to be far more consistent than if you were to be trading 8 to 10 positions a day. And ultimately, this leads into the next point, which you guys should track your trades and setups to keep in your journal. So this is something that I've personally did. You can keep track of all of your trades, whether this be on an Excel template, which we share with members if they ask for it, or writing this down in a journal. And what this does is you can find your track record of your trades and ultimately find these setups that you weren't profitable on and really study and analyze why you weren't able to make profit on this position, whether it be you didn't stick to your plan, you didn't wait for confirmation, or even it could be a false breakout, because those do happen frequently too. Ultimately, understanding those setups and trades and ultimately why they weren't a winning trade, for example, is going to be greatly helpful in you recognizing patterns and formulating your strategy. The fourth one is going to be practice proper account management. I've seen this far too many times. When people are scalping, they're going in with 100% of their account size into one position of scalping. And this is something that no trader should ever do. What I recommend is nothing more than 5 or even 10% of your account value into one of those positions. And the last one that I believe is the key to people finding success is going to be formulating a strategy. So this will basically be whether you can do like, I'm going to play RSI, VWAP, whatever it might be. Everybody's strategy is different, whether it's playing volume, level 2, MACD, support and resistance, whatever your strategy is. You need to make sure you have a strategy in place to help you find that consistency. And this is something that isn't going to be right away. You aren't going to find your strategy right away, but it is going to be something that will greatly help you find consistency within your trading. And then to end this video off, I would like to go into our plays today and just kind of give you a quick little insight into our plays and how scalping can pan off for you guys. So we can go in right here, XOM43 call at 138 that we filled at, closed 3 out of 5 at 156, one at 169, the last one at 176. And then this right here is proper proof of showing proper account management and cutting losses when Apple broke below the support level I was watching. So we can go into it. I'll break down XOM for you guys. So here we go. We get this bottom base formation here. We get this reversal confirmation here with volume coming in. This is where I entered right here on this 5-minute candle here. And then we sent to the team again too. You guys could play XOM off of this 42.13 support. You can see how strong this level is here. Wick here, touched here, and touched here. So now we were able to scalp this, and even this with options right here, this was over a 40% move. In this move right here, our members were able to profit nicely, as well as we were, to just capture this short-term movement here and ultimately scalp this position for 30 to 40% for members. So now we can go into this. You can scalp on whatever time frame you like. I like to do 5-day, 5-minute, and also look at 1-day, 1 minute, as well as a long-term trend. You can see you can scalp here, and scalp here. As for the plays that are profits from our team members today, Apple and XOM paying off for Navarre, $53 here. Zeke coming in with a huge play, up over 100% today. Netflix call out, and here is a Disney call out that we had in general. Then here's our Netflix call out from Reagan, called this out earlier today, up $532, 422% playing Netflix. Simply Jonathan playing the alerts right here. And we get PDA playing our Apple call here, more XOM profits, more XOM profits, more XOM profits, and more XOM profits. So if you guys are interested in learning more about the tools that we use for scalping and so forth, and joining a team of like-minded individuals in our community we've built up, head to simplifiedinvesting.site today and get 20% off. We'd love to have you guys, and as always, if you could like and subscribe, it'd be greatly appreciated.